course, talking about Gabriela Vasconcelos of Brazil up against Sarah Oliva, formerly of Sweden, USA. Whether you're in either one of those camps, Sarah Oliva and Gabriela Vasconcelos are going to be the focus of today's chat and discussion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you are watching across all the different social media platforms, welcome, of course, as we wait for you guys to come in. If you are particularly on YouTube, please make sure you're voting in the YouTube poll so we can get your opinions on who will be taking this one, this best of 5 round king of the table match. Who's going to take it? So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you are on the YouTube side of things, please head over there to that poll. And early indications are that Gabriela is the favorite. But ladies and gentlemen, as we all come in, please make sure that we vote on that poll. If you're on Facebook or Twitch or Twitter, welcome to you guys as well. I'm going to be featuring all of your comments today, so please be interactive, get involved. Let me know what your thoughts are about this epic match that's going to be taking place very, very soon. We're only 2.5 days away. As Jed Steelwell comes in, Gabby all day, he says. Straight off the bat, we've got a Gabby all day from Jed Steelwell. She, of course, did win last time these two ladies faced in the WAL, which we're going to be focusing on and breaking down the analysis of that. We're going to see all that sort of stuff coming to. Oh, look at that. I'm going to feature your comment. I can't help but do it there. Joanne Risky Bones says, looking hot blue. Thank you very much. That's my wife, ladies and gentlemen, getting involved in the live stream. Good stuff. Gabby has been stupidly consistent, says Alagia. Absolutely. If we're talking about consistency, there's no one in the world of female arm wrestling that is more consistent than Gabriela Vasconcelos. She is a 32-time World Arm Wrestling Federation champion. That's just phenomenal. That's absolutely phenomenal. Sean Russell, he comes in straight off the bat and says, Gabby's too strong, but we haven't seen either in a bit. And absolutely, we haven't seen either in a while, but we are going to unpack the lead up for all these ladies coming into this. We're going to unpack what it means to them. We're going to unpack the style of arm wrestling. And I want to know your opinions on who takes it so far. Early indications, 82% from the votes that have come in so far saying Gabriela Vasconcelos will take it, and only 18% on Sarah Oliva to date. But, ladies and gentlemen, let me reassure you that Sarah wants this match. She wants to win, and it means a lot to her. And there's so much history behind these two ladies. There's so much opportunity for a story to be written and updated. Lagia says she has 26 senior titles, just incredible, 13 each arm. Absolutely. And if you count her juniors as well, she gets all the way up to 32. Johnny Bravo, the weight cap, I believe they are both arm wrestling at 80 kilos for this event. King of the Table 3, of course, only a couple of days away now. It's going to be massive. But these ladies, they truly, for me, are the best in the world of arm wrestling. I think it's clear to say that Gabriela Vasconcelos at 32 World Arm Wrestling Federation Championships, she is the boss of female arm wrestling. But Sarah is like the Swedish queen of arm wrestling. She's an absolute weapon. And she is going to bring something special. Now, if we talk back about their WAL match, there was the injury. Sarah, of course, went and ended up having surgery. The injury happens midway through the first round, I believe. And it was from there that we just was far too much, and Sarah's side pressure had disappeared, and it was only hand control that she was looking for from there. And it was just not enough against the might of Gabriela Vasconcelos. So that WAL match didn't really give us as much information as we would like. Now, I believe these ladies have fought in arm wars before. They've fought over in Brazil. They've fought in many instances. Gabby does have the dominance on the right. Sarah, I think, believes has gone 50-50, maybe has the dominance on left. But the reinvention of Sarah Oliva over the last 3 years cannot be understated. And what I mean by the reinvention is Sarah had a bit of a hiatus from arm wrestling for 4 to 5 years. She was, of course, in her teens and early 20s, incredibly dominant. Then she had that break, and then she's back. Her life, as she's changed the direction of her life, she's super motivated, she's super trained, and she is absolutely kicking ass once again. So this will be a very interesting match. Now, what I wanted to do for you guys is I wanted to show you a couple of features on these two ladies that I put together where we can analyze what it is that makes them special. And then I also wanted to analyze their WAL match for you guys live right here. So please stick around, and then we're going to talk a whole lot more. So please make sure you vote in the poll. But we're going to kick this one off with the Iron Angel. We're going to kick this one off with Gabriela Vasconcelos, and we're going to have a look at what makes her special. So enjoy. All right, let's have a look now at the Iron Angel, Gabriela Vasconcelos. When we talk about women dominating in the sport of arm wrestling, few have done it better than Gabriela Vasconcelos. As a 32-time World Arm Wrestling Federation champion, she is the epitome of female arm wrestling strength and power, determination, and will to get the job done. You can see she's physically built in a special way. She is thick through the shoulders. She's thick through the forearms. The bicep power is enormous on Gabriela Vasconcelos. It is all of this power that terrifies her opponents on the table. As we see her now on the table with her husband and lead training partner, you can see she's compact at the table. She's explosive. As she climbs the rope with ease, Gabriela Vasconcelos is able to do things that other women in the sport of arm wrestling just can't do. She is strong. Heavy bicep curls here, over and over again. Her consistency, her desire to stay at the top is absolutely admirable. And that is exactly where she's been. Like I said, 32 world titles this woman has, ladies and gentlemen. She's a beast. Look at the integrity through her elbows and arms. The entire stack going up there through the wrist as well. Training now with Wagner Bortolato, the #1 ranked arm wrestler in Brazil. She is made of caliber. She is in the environment, proving the point over and over again that she is the best arm wrestler amongst females worldwide. As you see, she's powerful across the board, flipping enormous tires. You can see her approach is that of all-round power. Gabriela Vasconcelos is an absolutely phenomenal human being and athlete within the sport. She deserves to be recognized as one of the all-time greats of the sport. And as you can see here, watch what she does in the final of a World Arm Wrestling Federation Championship. You can see the relaxed nature of Gabby as she comes up against her Georgian opponent. There's no fear in Gabby. There's no worry in Gabby. This is just another day at the office. Looking for her 32nd title. She's casual. She's relaxed. Okay, you do your thing. Let's go to the strap. You can see no fear in her eye. It's so comfortable. And then in the straps, tied together, Gabriela Vasconcelos does what she does best. She wins arm wrestles. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can see there, Gabriela Vasconcelos is an absolute weapon. And as we saw the footage of her so comfortably and casually taking her 32nd WAF World Arm Wrestling Federation title, you can see why. She is in a league of her own. There was no stress. She just does what she does, gets tied to her opponent, says, here we go, let's sub it. And as Lagia comes in with his comment, says 32 titles in total is incredible. Absolutely, it's incredible. What Gabriela Vasconcelos has done in this sport of arm wrestling, they're like John Brzenk. She's the John Brzenk of female arm wrestling. She is. She really is. Gabby has to be considered as one of the all-time greats of the sport. And rightly so. She deserves to be the favorite going into this match. Now, updating you guys on where the poll's at. So far, 73% of you are voting that Gabriela will take this battle. Now, standing in her way, of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Swedish queen of arm wrestling, formerly known as Sarah Backman, now Sarah Oliva. She is phenomenal. That's the word. Like when we talk about her physical specimen, her motivation, her ability on the table, her explosiveness, everything. Sarah is the epitome of dangerous when we think about female arm wrestlers. Sarah wants this win. Like I said, Sarah, this is the reinvented Sarah Oliva right now. There's so much positivity going on in her world and her life. She is motivated, and she is coming for this #1 world ranked title amongst female arm wrestlers. So what I wanted to show you guys now is a feature on Sarah Oliva. Ladies and gentlemen, if you were impressed by Gabriela Vasconcelos, you're going to be impressed by Sarah Oliva. So buckle up and enjoy this feature on Sarah Oliva. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, you can see Sarah Oliva in action here, training in a top roll fashion. She's training at back pressure, but what you will see very clearly and very quickly when you watch this video is that Sarah Oliva is a complete monster. She is an absolute athlete in every sense of the word. You can see straight away her physicality is on another level. It's very rare to see a woman as strong as Sarah Oliva is. The way she trains, we've seen the back pressure focus here. We can see the wrist integrity as she's training. She's got a good balance across all the different fundamental components of what make up an effective top roll. Let's have a look now. You can see her on the table. She's starting to incorporate the pronation into the back pressure. It's not just about lifting heavy things. It's about creating movements that are efficient. And top roll is her specialty. And right now we're getting an insight into exactly how she is doing it. So Sarah Oliva there now completing that pathway, greasing the groove and making sure her body knows exactly where she needs to go. Come ready, go. Sarah Oliva, ladies and gentlemen, is an absolute weapon in female arm wrestling. Let's watch her train some more. Have a look at the way she does these chin-ups. Lads, if you're watching out there, how easy do you do chin-ups? Sarah Oliva weighing at about 80 kilos body weight, doing these chin-ups. Absolutely easy. Again, through the chain, the back pressure chain of arm wrestling. The lats, the biceps, the brachialis. Now she's doing it with 32 kilos hanging from her body. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Oliva means business. You see the 32 kilo right there. Here she goes again for another set. Sarah Oliva means business, and she's coming to this match against Gabby Vasconcelos as prepared as she's ever been. She'll be in the best form I think she's ever been. You can see it's so clear right here. Her physicality is on a level that she's never taken it to before. Once again, polishing off this immense session with more back pressure carnage. Her lactic acid tolerance is high, her determination is high, her strength, explosivity is high. She's ready for this match, King of the Table 3. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, does anyone doubt the commitment, the drive, the determination of Sarah Oliva? After watching that video, wouldn't be surprised if I saw her numbers in the poll start to climb. And looking at that, it's exactly what's going on. Now 32% of the vote is Sarah Oliva from you guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, this match is going to be huge. There is going to be one more feature that I am going to show you guys, which is we're going to break down exactly what happened in their WAL match. We're going to show you the details. And we're going to then extrapolate what we think will happen. So she is, as 12 Gauge Mage says there, she is the Viking Queen of arm wrestling. Sarah Backman, she's the poster of female arm wrestling worldwide. Everyone, if you ask someone on the street, do you know a female arm wrestler? They're going to say Sarah Backman. So Sarah Oliva has done a lot for the sport. She's lifted the sport to a huge degree amongst females worldwide, amongst high school students, but she wants to complete the story. She wants to return to the absolute top of the world. And this match is going to be special. It's going to be special. Like I said, the WAL match that happened for them in 2019, it was as great as it was for Gabby. It was it was heartbreaking that Sarah had that injury. She was out then for for 12 months with repairs going on, with surgery and recovery and all that. And we didn't get to see the full beauty of what that match could have been. My hope is that King of the Table will correct that, and we will get that absolute epic story between these two ladies unfold, because both of these ladies, it's so clear that they're the best. It's just so clear that they are the best in the world of female arm wrestling. They're just a step above, a caliber above, and what they do on the table, both in physicality, in technicality, is just phenomenal. So what I wanted to do now is I wanted to go through their match with the WAL with you guys, break it down for you how I saw it, and then we're going to, afterwards, we're going to reconvene, and we're going to talk about everything that will possibly happen come King of the Table 3 in only a few days' time. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's now have a look at the WAL match between Gabby and Sarah, and we'll break it down. All right, so now let's have a look at their match in the WAL. I believe it was 2019, Gabby Vasconcelos against Sarah Backman. You can see outside of the straps, they're pretty even slip. Their hand and wrist is fairly evenly balanced. Both ladies, good back pressure. But once they're in the straps, a very interesting thing happens in their very first ready to go. Watch the way Gabby drags, loses a wrist, but then gets the pin, and it's in somewhat of an elbow foul. There's a celebration there, but when they look at it again in the slow motion replay, which we'll do now, you'll see Gabby drags off the back. And given that this is a 6x8 pad rather than a 6x6, that's very interesting, but Sarah with somewhat a sense of hand control, but it's the side pressure from Gabriela Vasconcelos too much. They actually see the elbow foul, they go and restart, and you'll see here in the restart, it's Gabby with a very dominant ability to go sideways. You can see Sarah in the replay tries to gain control. She goes low with her pressure, tries to use her wrist flexion, but the back pressure of Gabby Vasconcelos too much. She loads up all her rotation, and with Sarah unable to go sideways, it's launch time for Gabby, and she gets the pin. Now, despite that pin, it was an elbow foul once again, and I think that's where the injury happened on Sarah Backman. And it was this restart very dominant from Gabby, as the side pressure was no longer existent due to the injury on Sarah. She's trying to gain some hand control, but without the assistance of any offensive side pressure, there really was nothing she could do against the might of Gabriela Vasconcelos. Now, from here, Sarah was really only able to fight with hand control and back pressure, no side pressure at all. Gabby outside of straps, just containing, stonewalling, giving Sarah a little bit of an opportunity, but getting the job done. But at this point in time, it was pretty much all over, not really all the cylinders firing for Sarah at this point, and it was a comfortable victory in the end for Gabriela Vasconcelos. Alrighty, so you can see there that match in the WAL in 2019. It was dominated by Gabby, but there's so much more to the story. And you can see 12 Gauge Mage says, this is the women's Devon v. Levine. I agree. This is the women's Devon v. Levine. It's the most anticipated match in female arm wrestling that the world can produce. And I hope we all are excited for it, because I know I am. Now, when we talk about this match, like I said, for me, it's the very first round of that WAL match that, for me, gives us the most evidence of what we're going to see. You'll see in that first round where Gabby drove and Gabby used all of that 6x8 pad to just get the pin. Sarah was top rolling, and Sarah got the dominant hand positions. Gabby's wrist goes back, and Gabby's comfortable with her wrist going back. She just drives sideways and rotates through the thumb. But Sarah had a momentary stop above the pad, and she was in a position where she had hand control. Now, if you make that a 6x6 pad rather than a 6x8 pad, and we do that exact same thing, and Sarah gets hand control, Gabby's going to be in a position where it's difficult to finish. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the most critical thing that I saw in that WAL match. I think that first start is all that matters. The second start, I'm not sure when the injury occurred, if it occurred in the first moment or the second moment. But Sarah changes her tactics in the second start of round one, where she aims her pressures lower. She doesn't grip low. She takes the same grip. Instead of dragging high, she comes low. And when she comes low, it's Gabriela's bicep strength and back pressure that's way too much. Gabriela just takes all the rotation and slams it to the pad. And then from then on, the injury is just into play, and nothing else matters in terms of technical analysis from there. So for me, when I go back to that round number one, I see a 6x8 pad with Gabby dragging off the back. getting hand control, and I see Sarah still being able to get hand control and to stop about an inch above the pin. We make, like I said again, make this a 6x6 pad, get that same stop, and all of a sudden we are in a match. I don't know what happens from there. What do you think happens from there? If Gabriela Vasconcelos has a wrist back, but has the center table dominance, and Sarah has the hand control and the top roll is set and away, who has better endurance from there? Will it be Sarah being able to chip through and gain center back, or will the side pressure of Gabriela Vasconcelos be able to sustain that position? It's a great question. And if I look at the poll for you guys right now, 31% of you think that Sarah will take it. 69% are saying this is all Gabriela Vasconcelos. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as dominant as that 2019 WAL. I think it is going to be awesome. I think it's going to be. Wesley B says, I feel like Gabby is basically unbeatable. Gabby is in a league of her own. As I said, anyone who has 32 World Arm Wrestling Federation titles under their name, you can call unbeatable. But Sarah is, despite Sarah not having the statistical dominance that Gabby does, despite her not having the amount of championships, belts, or just victories in general, Sarah is one of the outliers in the sport. She is one of the people that just is better than everyone else in her league. She is just someone who has the capabilities of challenging Gabriela Vasconcelos. So it's going to be phenomenal. Yeah, Wesley B, he's stunned. He's just joined us and he says 32 world titles. Oh my goodness. Yeah, brother. Absolutely. 32 world titles is Gabriela Vasconcelos. It's going to be crazy. Wesley B also says he's rooting for Sarah to make it a great match. I think, rest assured, Wesley, this will be a good match. Like I said, if we go back to round one of the WAL, it's going to be good. And if we look at their commitment levels of training since then, it's phenomenal. There's no doubting that both of these ladies are absolute professionals and they're killers. Eduardo says, have you seen Gabby training recently? It's completely absurd. Eduardo, I've seen Gabby training. The work she does on the table with her husband is phenomenal. Her ability to climb ropes is phenomenal. She's a strong woman. I've seen the old footage of her pulling Ron Barth is amazing, where Ron is like genuinely shocked at how powerful she is when he goes into a hook with her. I'm not for a moment doubting the strength, consistency, and the capabilities of Gabriela Vasconcelos. I think she's going to bring it, and she's going to bring it very hard and very fast at King of the Table 3. And if you missed it, we actually did a bit of a feature on Gabby's training and Sarah's training, which we'll touch on one more time before we end the show. But this is really the queen of the table moment for the arm wrestling world. It's a special moment for all female arm wrestlers. They get to be held up in lights within the King of the Table. They're right there, hopefully as a co-main event with Kadecha and Chafee, because this is, as comment said earlier, this is the Levan v. Devon of female arm wrestling. It's absolutely phenomenal, and I hope that it is given the airtime that it deserves. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn my comments, my attention towards your comments. So if you have anything particular that you want to say about this match, please do let me know now, and I'll feature it. And then we might feature the preparations of these ladies one more time for you guys. And then, of course, we need to just get buckled up and ready for King of the Table 3, which is happening in only 2.5 days' time from now. So it's going to be special. Like I said, I'm going to be commentating all of it. I'm going to be live. I hope that you guys will join me for that live. But let's have a look one more time now at each of these ladies' preparations, and then we might wrap this one up. But ladies and gentlemen, one more time, here is Gabriela Vasconcelos and her preparations for this match. All right, let's have a look now at the Iron Angel, Gabriela Vasconcelos. When we talk about women dominating in the sport of arm wrestling, few have done it better than Gabriela Vasconcelos. As a 32-time World Arm Wrestling Federation champion, she is the epitome of female arm wrestling strength and power, determination, and will to get the job done. You can see she's physically built in a special way. She is thick through the shoulders. She's thick through the forearms. The bicep power is enormous on Gabriela Vasconcelos. It is all of this power that terrifies her opponents on the table. As we see her now on the table with her husband and lead training partner, you can see she's compact at the table. She's explosive. As she climbs the rope with ease, Gabriela Vasconcelos is able to do things that other women in the sport of arm wrestling just can't do. She is strong. Heavy bicep curls here, over and over again. Her consistency, her desire to stay at the top is absolutely admirable. And that is exactly where she's been. Like I said, 32 world titles this woman has, ladies and gentlemen. She's a beast. Look at the integrity through her elbows and arms. The entire stack going up there through the wrist as well. Training now with Wagner Bortolado, the #1 ranked arm wrestler in Brazil. She is made of caliber. She is in the environment, proving the point over and over again that she is the best arm wrestler amongst females worldwide. As you see, she's powerful across the board, flipping enormous tires. You can see her approach is that of all-round power. Gabriela Vasconcelos is an absolutely phenomenal human being and athlete within the sport. She deserves to be recognized as one of the all-time greats of the sport. And as you can see here, watch what she does in the final of a World Arm Wrestling Federation Championship. You can see the relaxed nature of Gabby as she comes up against her Georgian opponent. There's no fear in Gabby. There's no worry in Gabby. This is just another day at the office. Looking for her 32nd title. She's casual. She's relaxed. Okay, you do your thing. Let's go to the strap. You can see no fear in her eye. It's so comfortable. And then in the straps, tied together, Gabriela Vasconcelos does what she does best. She wins arm wrestles. Absolutely a machine. Binks Cat comes in with that comment there. Wow, machine. Yeah, absolutely. Gabriela Vasconcelos is a machine. She's ready. She's there in Dubai. She's ready to go for King of the Table 3. Standing in her way, Sarah Oliva. It's going to be nothing short of spectacular. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up now. We are going to show you the feature on Sarah Oliva. And then we're going to wrap this one up and call it a day. But ladies and gentlemen, get ready for it now. Here is the feature on Sarah Oliva. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, you can see Sarah Oliva in action here, training in a top roll fashion. She's training at back pressure, but what you will see very clearly and very quickly when you watch this video is that Sarah Oliva is a complete monster. She is an absolute athlete in every sense of the word. You can see straight away her physicality is on another level. It's very rare to see a woman as strong as Sarah Oliva is. The way she trains, we've seen the back pressure focus here. We can see the wrist integrity as she's training. She's got a good balance across all the different fundamental components of what make up an effective top roll. Let's have a look now. You can see her on the table. She's starting to incorporate the pronation into the back pressure. It's not just about lifting heavy things. It's about creating movements that are efficient. And top roll is her specialty. And right now we're getting an insight into exactly how she is doing it. So Sarah Oliva there now completing that pathway, greasing the groove and making sure her body knows exactly where she needs to go. Come ready, go. Sarah Oliva, ladies and gentlemen, is an absolute weapon in female arm wrestling. Let's watch her train some more. Have a look at the way she does these chin-ups. Lads, if you're watching out there, how easy do you do chin-ups? Sarah Oliva weighing at about 80 kilos body weight, doing these chin-ups. Absolutely easy. Again, through the chain, the back pressure chain of arm wrestling. The lats, the biceps, the brachialis. Now she's doing it with 32 kilos hanging from her body. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Oliva means business. You see the 32 kilo right there. Here she goes again for another set. Sarah Oliva means business, and she's coming to this match against Gabby Vasconcelos as prepared as she's ever been. She'll be in the best form I think she's ever been. You can see it's so clear right here. Her physicality is on a level that she's never taken it to before. Once again, polishing off this immense session with more back pressure, carnage. Her lactic acid tolerance is high, her determination is high, her strength, explosivity is high. She's ready for this match, King of the Table 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The two features from both of these amazing female athletes that are set to collide at King of the Table 3. Gabriela Vasconcelos up against Sarah Oliva. It is going to be special. In terms of the Who Takes It poll from you guys, so far you've come in at 67% of you guys believe that it will be Gabriela Vasconcelos who takes the victory. But there is still plenty of faith at 34% of you guys believing that Sarah Oliva is going to be able to upset the 32-time World Arm Wrestling Federation champion and take the glory and the title of the Queen of the Table of Arm Wrestling World. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be happening very soon. King of the Table 3 is only a couple of days away, so please make sure you have your notification bells on. Get your Core Sports pay-per-view, but most importantly, please like and subscribe to this channel because I'll be commentating it live for you guys right here on YouTube and Facebook for that matter. I'm going to be live on all of those platforms. So guys, please make sure you come and join me on the day. It's going to be something special. Have both windows open, have your Core Sports, have your commentary open, and we are going to have an absolute blast. But ladies and gentlemen, one last request before you guys go and we wrap this one up is please hit the like button on this video for me. Let's get this sport growing. Let's get this sport out there in front of as many new people as we can. These two ladies, Gabriela Vasconcelos and Sarah Oliva, they deserve to be noticed by the world. Both of these ladies are absolute weapons in arm wrestling. Particularly Gabriela Vasconcelos. I want the world to know more about Gabriela Vasconcelos. She is the John Brzenk of the female arm wrestling world. So hit that like button, hit the share button, and subscribe if you haven't, guys, already. But please, like I said, once again, join me for King of the Table 3, the feature on that. We're going to be going live probably an hour, maybe even 2 hours prior to the event kicking off. So we're going to go through, we're going to feature everybody on the card. We're going to recap all of the Who Takes It videos. And we're going to get your opinion on all the matches. And it's going to be one hell of a weekend of arm wrestling. So ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to seeing you there. Once again, my name is Ryan Blue Bowen. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all those good places. And also make sure you check out the new Facebook page. We've got a new Facebook page going on there where everything is happening, all the action. Once again. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you once more for your time this afternoon or this evening or this morning, wherever you are in the world. I really enjoyed hanging out with you all, and I can't wait to see this epic match between these two phenomenal female athletes. All right, speak to you again soon, guys. Bye.